What's going on, everybody? And welcome to J Sports Seattle. In this video, I'm going to be going over the Seahawks game that'll be happening on Sunday. So if you like the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share for more Seahawks and Seattle sports content. And without further ado, let's get on with the video. All right. So it is not an understatement to say that this will be the most important game for the Seattle Seahawks this year. And not just for the Seahawks, for the Rams as well. But obviously, I'm covering the Seahawks, so the Seahawks. This is a game where we can truly separate ourselves from the rest of the division, especially the Rams. I knew going into the season, I was like, it's either going to be Rams, Seahawks, or Seahawks Niners for the division. And right now, it's Seahawks Rams. And honestly, I'm okay with it. The Rams have owned us for the past few years, ever since McVay became head coach there, but this is a chance to put that all behind us. That was when we had Pete Carroll, Geno Smith. This is a really good chance for us to change that and maybe show that it's our time to fight back, not just against the Rams, but against the rest of the division. Because if we win this game, we will have the same division record as the Niners. Obviously, the Niners have the head-to-head matchup against us, but if the Niners lose two more divisional games before they face us, and we win let's say we just win the next win out. I mean, we're going to win a division. So, I mean, this is huge, though. I mean, this no matter what, this is just a massive game for this team, and we have to be firing on all cylinders. I mean, we're 4-0 away this year, so obviously we know what we're doing again on the road. But this is a game right here where you need to be firing out on all cylinders, no matter what. Cannot afford to be having mistakes, and he cannot afford to be getting lackadaisy, especially with these guys. I know we've faced some some easy teams these past couple weeks, and we just blew them out the door. But obviously, this is not an easy team. So, I mean, Matthew Stafford's playing out like an MVP right now. He's thrown 25 touchdowns with 2 interceptions or something like that. Yeah, 25 touchdowns with 2 interceptions. This dude is playing arguably the best football of his career at the age of 37? So, yeah, 37. So you cannot take this dude lightly, obviously. He leads the league in touchdowns. So, definitely cannot take these guys lightly whatsoever. Obviously, I know these guys know that. And, I mean, it's gonna be a tough matchup. I mean, I can say the things that I've been saying the past few weeks: get pressure on the quarterback, stick with your man, run the football. But it's easier said than done against these guys. They have a top defense in the league, and they have a top offense in the league. They're kind of a mirror image of us in terms of stats. If you really look at the stats, we're both top 10 in defense, both top 5 we're both top 10 in defense, both top 10 in offense. You could argue top 5 in either of those categories for either team. I think we're top 5 in offense for sure. These guys they're like a carbon copy of us in the NFC West, and these are realistically the only guys standing in the way for first place in the division. I feel like the Niners, they're going to get theirs, but they're clearly struggling with the injury deficit, so I'm not too worried about them. And obviously the Cardinals, they're the Cardinals. So, but like the Rams, these guys have always been a thorn in not just our side, the division side, for the past several years under McVay. I mean, they beat the Niners in 2021 to go to the Super Bowl and win in the NFC Championship game. I mean, they've been a thorn in our side for the past several years. I mean, 2020 against us, they beat us in the first round in the playoffs, and then they sweep us in 2023, and they beat us in a heartbreaking game last year to essentially win the division. This year, this is a chance to change all that. So, I mean, defensively, it's going to be rough getting to Stafford because that O-line is really, really good at not allowing pressure. They're one of the best O-line units in the league post Andrew Whitworth, which is crazy. And good luck getting pressure on him. Just really, I think Mike's going to have to, obviously, Mike's not going to go away from his game plan. He's going to keep rushing 4. He's going to keep running nickel for the most part. But it's going to be hard. It's just these guys are going to have to put out 110% effort because like Mike's going to keep running his scheme. Obviously, he'll make adjustments if things aren't working out, but he's going to run his scheme the way he's been running it for the whole season. So everyone's got to be like us. That's why I'm like really emphasizing on everyone on being 110% because Mike is going to be bringing his 100. He's going to be bringing his A game. So I need everyone else to bring their A game. Offensively, I mean we got to run the ball. I mean we've been running the ball. We have one of the highest rushing attempts of any team in the league. I think we're top 10 in that regard. But we've just been sucking at getting yardage. I mean we've been improving steadily week by week, but that 200 yards we had against the Cardinals last week was a breath of fresh air. But to be fair, it's the Cardinals. But I will say this. Moving on to Hawk Blogger, shout out Hawk Blogger. The Rams play the most dime defense in the NFL, so 6 defensive backs, and they allow 5.6 yards per carry when in dime. So even though the Cardinals are trash, when they faced us, they're primarily running base 4-3. So even though they're trash, base 4-3 means more big bodies up front compared to dime. Obviously, the Rams aren't going to be running dime for a majority of their defensive snaps. It's 10%, but it is the most dime in the NFL. 10% of their defensive snaps, one in every 10 of their defensive snaps is going to be a dime look, essentially. So that is stuff where we just got to run that. We got to run on that, especially since we took advantage of the Cardinals not having starting linebackers in and missing defensive players like Ojulari and Wilson. Mac Wilson, like we dominated, and we got to do that against these guys. So, definitely a huge. I think obviously we're not going to run away from what we've been doing. We have been running the ball. I mean, Sam Darnold only threw the ball 12 times against the Cardinals. I mean, in that second half, we were run dominant, and that's fine. That's good because we were up and we didn't need to pass the ball anymore. But the thing is like in this, we're going up against the Rams who have such a great D line, and they are like top 10 in yards per game allowed. They allow less than 100 yards per game allowed. Obviously, we're really good, better than them, but they're still really good in that aspect. They're elite. So, everyone like O-line's got to do their thing. I know it's gonna be rough because we're not gonna have Sundell, but we'll manage because I feel like the run game did much better under Olu. I mean, it really did. I mean, we had the most rushing yards of any, honestly, probably as a team of any game in the past 2 years with Olu at center. So I feel like going from I think I said in my last video, I think going from Sundell to Olu was a lateral move because, like I said, before the season started during training camp, Olu was the lead in starting. For being the starting center, but he got hurt, and that's the only reason why Sundell took it. Albeit Sundell has done decently this year. I'm not going to say he's done elite, but he's done well for himself, especially in the passing game. But yeah, running the ball is definitely going to be a massive priority. I feel like even though it is a priority, it's going to be even more of a priority in this game, knowing that these guys are on dime a lot. But we'll see what happens. Obviously the coaches and the players Clint Kubiak will call the game based on how the game feels. So there is that. Going to injuries. So looks like Torrey Horton's going to be missing another game. He was downgraded from a limited participant on Wednesday to a did not participate on yesterday's practice. So not good for him. Some good news in the secondary though. We do get Josh Jobe back. He was a full participant in yesterday's practice because he had that concussion. I think they just have to activate him, but he should be good to go. Ernest Jones limited again. It seems like he's probably going to be playing based off that tweet I saw from him that he was probably forced to delete. So I think he's good. We need him because he is the quarterback of this defense, and we do need him in as well. As much as Tyrese Knight and Drake Thomas held the fort, that can't be that's only that can only be a temporary arrangement. So other than that, though, I mean, obviously we got Jaron Reed on IR, we got Julian Love on IR, so we got a couple players missing still, like key players that we're missing, but we are getting some back, and that's great to see. Another thing to note for the Rams, Kobe Turner, he did not practice for a second straight day with a back injury. It is looking more and more likely by the day that he will not play in Sunday's game. If he does not participate today, it will probably be that he's going to be out. Kobe Turner is a good defensive lineman. He's rated as one of the better defensive linemen in the league. And so if they do lose him, that would be a kind of a blow for them, for their D-line, because their D-line, obviously they got Byron Young, they got Braden Fisk, who, was having a down year. I still think he can. I don't think he's that good of a player, but I feel like he can turn it around. And obviously Jared Verse. So they still have a good D-line, but missing Kobe Turner would not be good not that it wouldn't be good, it just wouldn't help them. And then Devontae Adams, he did not participate on Wednesday. He was a limited participant in yesterday's practice. I mean, Sean McVay did say that he should be playing, so I'm going to assume he's going to be playing. So we'll wait to see after today's practice. But I feel like we are in a good spot. I feel like the players that will not play are Torrey Horton and obviously Sundell. Those are the two ones that for sure won't play, but everyone else seems to be good to go. Gray Zabel, he has been a limited participant with a heel injury, so that is something to monitor, but I feel like he will play, so we'll see after today's practice. If he doesn't participate today, that's not a good sign at all. So hopefully he's good to go. Recap, just like I said, I mean, obviously Mike's going to keep running his defense. He's going to be running nickel most of the time, but everyone's got to be, like I said, everyone's got to be on 110%. You got to somehow get pressure on Stafford. I mean, we have one of the best pressure rates in the league without rushing or without blitzing. So I feel like we should be able to get that done at least a little bit compared to last week or the week before, where Stafford hasn't been sacked, I don't think, once. So we gotta make Stafford uncomfortable in the pocket, because he has been, when he has a clean pocket, he is the best quarterback in the league in terms of deep passes in general. So, this is gonna be this is the game to watch on Sunday. Obviously, there's going to be the Chiefs-Broncos game during that time, but I feel like this is a better game to watch than that one. Because I feel like it's either going to be a defensive slugfest or it's going to be a shootout. So I'm ready for this, and I'm excited for this game, and I think it's going to be a great game. And yeah, this is for first place in the division. So if the Lions beat the Eagles on Sunday, then we would get first in the conference, I believe. I could be wrong on that, but we would be in a good spot to go and get first in the conference. So this is a must-win. These past few games have been a must-win. It's a must-win if we want to really solidify ourselves. If we win this game, we're pretty much set for the playoffs, at least getting a wild card spot. Obviously, it's not set in stone, but if we win this game, we'll have a 98% chance of making the playoffs. So we have to win this game. If we lose this game, it doesn't really affect our playoff chances. Apparently, it's just a slight decrease. It would be 92%. I mean, 7-3 is it's a good record to have, but you want to have 8. You want to go 8-2. So, but yeah, this is the game to watch, and man, I'm gonna be going crazy. So hope you guys are too. But I think that's all I have for this video. I'm going to be making a video after the game ends, so stay tuned for that. If you like the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share for more Seahawks and Seattle sports content. Thank you for stopping by. Have a good day. And go Hawks, go Mariners, and go Kraken.